Hello and welcome into this week's RNN Diecast review right here on Racing News Now. As always, I'm your host, Garth Allen. Thank you once again for joining me today. If this is your first time catching a Racing News Now video, consider going down below to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for notifications so you don't miss a thing going forward from RNN. On today's Diecast review, you've seen the title. You know what it is this week. It was supposed to be last week's Diecast review, and then I kind of dropped the ball and didn't do a Diecast review last week. It's Chase Elliott's second Cup Series win, the one from Dover. So we'll take a look at the box here. The typical standard elite window box, nothing real special here. What we've kind of come to expect here, at least from the past few elite releases since I've started using the window box here. 1,071 of the Chase Elliott Dover wins made in elite, so about half of what was made for Watkins Glen. I want to say there was like 2,100 elites made for Watkins Glen, so about half of that. So still a lot made, though. Still a lot more than most, I think, any other driver gets made usually for their race wins. I mean, I don't remember any other race win that wasn't a Chase Elliott that went over like 500 and some. So still very high numbers just because it's Chase Elliott. Take a look at what comes in the box here. Pretty typical stuff here. Cup Series winner sticker. Bag of red, white, and blue confetti. The normal generic elite COA that, again, doesn't mean anything anymore because it's so generic. And the race detail card. Chase Elliott, Gander Outdoors 400 winner, October 7th, 2018, second Cup Series victory. We'll take a look on the back. Elliott cements playoff spot at Dover, Delaware. And you can pause to read if you want to. All right, so on to the car. And it is a good-looking car. I mean, this is probably the best-looking NAPA car they did for 2018, with all the sparkle issues and everything that happened with the standard scheme early in the season. I think this is probably the best that NAPA car looked in 2018. Unfortunately, for those of you that want a clean version that looks good, it's not really a clean version. It is a raced version. So that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at it. We'll take a look under the hood to start off, as we usually do. Under the hood, lots of sponsors here. NAPA Auto Parts, Mountain Dew, Kelly Blue Book, Hooters, Sun Energy One, and Wix Filters. Take a look at the engine detail. Pretty decent engine detail we get on the elites now. Not as good as it used to be, but still pretty good. Confetti cannon doing its job at this race. Lots of confetti here along the front. A little bit of rubber buildup. Not a lot, but a little bit. NAPA on the hood with a lot more confetti. What is supposed to be the Monster Energy banner across the top of the windshield, but of course it is a Hendrick car, so there are no Monster Energy logos. Number 9 on the roof. Roof flaps do function. NAPA know-how on the rear of the roof. It's DIN number 511. NAPA Auto Parts on the deck lid. And of course the green spoiler and green splitter for the playoffs. So we'll take a look under the deck lid here. If it'll open. It's harder to get it open than it was the hood. That's interesting. Oh, there it goes. Kind of stuck down, something holding it down there. Take a look at the fuel cell detail here. Down the driver's side, you can see a little bit of confetti over here. The playoff emoji, hashtag dig, I think that's supposed to be dig, DI9. I think it's supposed to be dig. Of course, again, no Cup Series logo because of Monster Energy. Cloth window net, Chase Elliott, 2 winner stickers, Kelly Blue Book, and Valvoline on the C post, sponsors on the B post, Mountain Dew, NAPA Auto Parts, Dave Bropst, honorary pit crew member. I guess there was some contest for that, I'm not really sure. Sun Energy One on the quarter panel. NAPA Know-How, Valvoline, Chevy Camaro ZL1, and number 9 on the back bumper. And then down the passenger side, no passenger side window because it's Dover, but otherwise basically the same. A little bit more rubber buildup on the passenger side, interestingly enough, than there was on the driver's side, but otherwise relatively the same. But that's your look at Chase Elliott's Dover win, his second career Cup Series victory. And good looking car here. I mean, obviously, if you're a Chase Elliott fan, obviously a must-have, I would think. But I mean, it's just a good looking car all around. That being said, I don't know that it's his best raced winner yet. That'll be coming up here in a couple of weeks. Just got the Kansas win in, and oh my God, does it look good! I'm amazed by how good the paint looks on this Kansas winner. It looks amazing. We'll see it here in a couple of weeks once we get to it chronologically. Next week will be Eric Almirola's Talladega win. Then we'll get to the Chase Elliott Kansas win. But, oh, does it look good. Probably my favorite, in terms of the paint, probably my favorite paint I've gotten on any diecast ever. And I've got a lot of them. So, definitely, Lionel hit it out of the park with the Kansas win. But this one looks good, too. So, I mean, if you still want it, I'm sure it's still available in different places. With over 1,000 Elites made, I don't know what the ARC production run was, but it's probably pretty high too. I'll scout around and try to leave you some links down in the description if this is something you're still looking for that you haven't quite pounced on yet. I'm sure it will get somewhat rare, I would think, as they all seem to do, all the race wins seem to do anymore because of the low production numbers. So if you want it and you don't have it, definitely something you probably need to get on here soon. So I'll try to leave some links down below, either Lionel's site, Plan B, or one of the other distributors if they still have them available. So you can try to get this if you haven't gotten it yet. But like I said, Eric Almirola Talladega coming up next week. Chase Elliott Kansas coming up the week after that. And then I think the Joey Logano Martinsville should be in by then. So we'll keep it chronological at that point. Don't have it in just yet, but I think it's about to come in. So by the time we get through the next 2 weeks out with Almirola and Chase, we should be okay with that. And then Harvick's Texas win is also in. Pretty good looking car there. The encumbered win from the Texas playoff race last year. So we got a lot coming up here in the next few weeks. A lot that has finally rolled in, and a lot to look forward to here on Diecast Review. So off weekend for ARCA this weekend. We won't be at the track this weekend, but we will have coverage, of course, for Xfinity and Cup from Daytona with rewind shows, so keep an eye out for that. So if you haven't done it already, you need to go down below, hit that subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications so you don't miss a thing going forward from RNN. While you're down there, why don't you hit that big thumbs up button if you like the video. It is much appreciated when you do. But at that, this has been the RNN Diecast Review. I'm Garth Allen for Racing News Now.